guys, it's M4J here, and welcome back to the Youthful Hatfield Town here on Football Manager 2020. I am currently in November of season 2022-23, so this is our fourth season? 19, 20, 20, 21, 21, 22, yeah, this is our fourth season, 22-23. We are currently top of the league. We're only 3 points clear of Uxbridge, who are in second place. And we're only 5 points clear of Basingstoke, who are in third place and have a game in hand. Basingstoke, I think, are the first of the big lower league teams that we've come up against so far. If you look at the bottom here, we're currently, as I said, top of the league. We lost in the third qualifying round of the FA Cup against AFC Telford. We lost in the first qualifying round of the FA Trophy against Marlow. Both teams, I believe, are in leagues higher than us. So to get to that stage anyway was awesome. And we're in the third round of the Velocity Trophy against Potters Bar. No more Spartan South Midlands blah 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 trophy. We're past that stage now. Hopefully we never have to worry about that stage again. No disrespect to those competitions. They're both very good competitions. We won one of them, in fact. But it's nice to, hit that next stage of this is the trophy we're in this season. And of course being in the FA Cup now as well. I think the first season we weren't in the FA Cup. Second season we were, but we didn't get very far. Last season, again, I don't think we got very far. This season, we got in the third qualifying round, which I think is 1 or 2 rounds away from the first round proper. So we so nearly made it. Next season, we're going to make it. That's the goal. In terms of the squad, we had some outgoings. Phil Roberts has left. Tyler Cordner, I was gutted by this one, but I'm not as gutted now. You'll see why. I might try and bring him back, actually. Because even though I'm gutted he left, I am kind of thinking we're in a better spot without him, but you never know. We also had Callum Jones and Scott Warrer. They both went to Gainsborough. I didn't actually know that at the time. I think I just released them both, and then they went elsewhere. Cammy Gillespie, Connor Curtis, who was a young right back that we had. I didn't really want him to leave because he was good cover, but he left and I brought someone else in. I'll introduce you to them in a second. Peter Yahaya, he's gone to Western-super-Mare. Oh, they have been relegated. I was going to say, Western-super-Mare used to be in the National League. Wonder what happened to them. In fact, you can see here, they got relegated, and then they're just slowly slipping down. Oh dear. So yeah, they used to be in the Vanarama National League South. In fact, maybe they didn't make it into the National... Oh no, they didn't. They just made it into the North-South level. I thought that said Hagrid then. It says Hungerford. So yeah, they got relegated. That's unfortunate. Good team they used to be. Who else left? Kai Woodard Innocent left. He went to Hastings. Russ Burns, he's out on loan at the moment. He's a young player who I actually brought in, who looks like he's going to be a bit of a star. In fact, you can see there, I brought him in from Oxford for £5,000, along with a couple of other players from Stevenage. I brought in Ali Burrows from Cambridge. I'm actually regretting this one. I mean, I'll see if I can loan him out, get him some game time. But yeah, in terms of the other outgoings, Anthony Smith has left. Kieran Pament has left. I was sad by that one, but he still had a couple of years left of his career, and he wasn't going to be playing for me. So I thought the best thing to do would be to let him go. So it was very upsetting. We had a going away party. How well is he doing for New River Athletic? 7 appearances, 4 goals. You can see I made the right decision. I do miss this season though. 13 goals in 28 games. He was incredible for us that season. But then Cox came through and took his place. And then the rest of the players are loanees, apart from Chris Gill, who I think was a youth player. I can't remember off the top of my head. Anthony Smith, were you... Oh yeah, you were the really good midfielder that I signed from Stevenage for £44,500, and then you left on a free transfer. I'm going to see if I can bring you back. See how much that'll cost. Because he ran the show in that friendly that we played. He was amazing in midfield. Do you even play for Barton? 10 games, no goals. Okay. Any assists? No. That's surprising. Right, in terms of the coming-ins, Darmos Kiriakou at left back. He is, I believe, yeah, the guy from Forest who I was talking about at the end of last episode. He is our first choice left back currently. He might not be shortly. I'll tell you why in a second. He's done okay though. He's done okay. He did pick up an injury at one point. In fact, he might be injured now. Is he injured now? Where do I find that out? Fitness. Little fate jaded and could do with the rest, so we might bench him for the next game. Duncan Kelby, who's a promising young striker. In fact, how old are you? 16. Okay, so I can't loan you out yet. But you can see what his potential is. So it's definitely worth keeping an eye on him. He's currently in the academy. In fact, can I see how well you're doing for the academy? 6 games, 6 goals. So 25,000 might be well spent. You never know. Peter Suleiman, who I tried to sign a couple of times in the past, he's also joined. Now you I am going to loan out for the rest of the season if I can. Russ Burns, who I've already introduced you to. Liam Miller, he's been loaned in as a cover right back. In fact, he is currently injured. Yeah, 3 to 6 weeks with broken ribs, which is incredibly painful sounding. But he was my first choice right back after Kane Lewis. I forgot his name then. After Kane Lewis made a few mistakes, I swapped them out. So Liam Miller was my first choice right back. I do have someone else playing there now. We also brought in Ali Burrows, who I showed you, who I'm also going to loan out. Like so. Sam Dunkley, who's on loan. Coombs, who's on loan. Bragg, who's on loan. Oh my god. Ubezuono. I'm saying that. Apologies if you are a real person, and you are a real person, and you're watching this and I've completely butchered your name. I do apologise. It looks like a good player in Ireland though. Not bad. He's kind of cover on left wing in case Cox gets injured, or if Murray gets injured, who's the other. He's the emergent star from last season, really, who's now made it into the first team. And then I also brought Scott Bennett in, who is Mr. Utilitarian. Look at that. He is Mr. Versatile. Don't know why I said utilitarian. That's a philosophy of life. Utility man was what I meant to say. He is good. He's a centre-back mainly, or I've been playing him at centre-back, but he can also play in defence midfield, as you can see. He can also play as a central midfielder. He can also play up front, if we wanted an extra man up front. He's got very good stats. He's very good in the air. He's also got very good strength. Very good natural fitness, which is also good. He's brave. He's alright with teamwork. He can also cover right back as well. So he is going to be a good player for us. He is 31, so the board weren't happy with me. But look at his career. Exeter, Weymouth, Newport County, Notts County, York, Burton, Oxford. So he was in League One last season and now he's joined us. So that's the pool that we have. And speaking of the pool that we have, Ashley Smith-Brown is also a utility man. He can play left and right back and also left and right wing back. So if ever we switch our system for whatever reason, he can cover in all those positions. He can also play left midfield, right midfield, left attacking midfield, right attacking midfield. He's not the best in these positions, but he can play them. So, you know, if we're in a match and we get injuries or we have to switch the tactics around for whatever reason, really useful to have. Let me get the music started as well. Might as well get that going. I shouldn't be able to hear that music. That's because my TV isn't muted. There we go. I was wondering why I could hear that. I need to get a stream deck or something so I can filter it all through that. That would be easier, wouldn't it? So the tactics are the same, pretty much. I have got Lewis playing right back at the moment because I had no one else who could play there. But yeah, this is the team. This is the squad. So we got Alexis Andre Jr. in goal. Then we got a back four currently of Lewis, Bragg, Ekpyong. Oh, Ekpyong. I need to tell you about Ekpyong. Do you remember I signed him, or looked like I was going to sign him at the end of last episode? He's so good. 14 appearances, 4 goals. You saw his star rating just then. You can also have a look at his stats. They're all rising, which is fantastic. Look at his jumping reach. It's green. That's how good it is. His pace isn't the best, but less said about that, the better. And good tackling, which is also good. Like I said, he's played really well for us. So we signed him for $9,500 from Concord, and I think that's probably the best bit of business we've done over the last couple of years. Investing in youth is always very good to do. So we got him alongside Bragg. I will be moving Fielding back in, actually. Fielding got suspended because of too many yellow cards. That's why he was out of the team. And then, I'll move Coombs back to right back as well. There we go. And then we got Kiriakou at left back, although I'm tempted to move Smith-Brown in. I'll tell you why I haven't done that in a second. We got Vincent and Willock in midfield. We haven't really got that much of a challenge for midfield right now. Mead, he's not really developed like I hoped he would. And Lawson Dath is out injured as well, 9 days and 3 weeks with a twisted ankle, which again, very painful. I've actually twisted my ankle. I haven't broken my ribs, but I've twisted my ankle, and boy, does it hurt. So yeah, that's our midfield. And then we've got Fitzhugh, who's also come along really, really well since last season. He's really good at cutting in from the right-hand side and bending it into the far post. Then we've got Carter and Cox. Cox does still get subbed off early in matches, although he scored a fantastic free kick recently, which I'll try and show you if I can. And then we've got Wooten up front. I feel bad for Sangare, because Wooten has just come in and done really well. Wooten was supposed to be the cover man, now it's the other way around. And in fact, it's not even that. You can see he's sub number 7 at the moment, because this guy, Archie Wilson, who came through my youth intake last season, you might remember him playing in the youth game last episode, he's just good. He's just really good. Finishing of 10, don't let that stat deceive you. He knows where the back of the net is. He's also incredibly quick. I've retrained him as a right winger to play attack. It says support, but I can play him as attack as well. And that's normally where he plays when he comes off the bench. But when I've started him up front, he scored 3 goals in 6 games. In pre-season, he actually scored a hat-trick, along with one of my other youth graduates, which I will show you in a second. And last season, end of last season, actually this might be where he scored the hat-trick. I played him for the rest of last season up front, and he scored 6 goals in 5 games. So he could be another one to look out for. And when he plays for the academy team, which you can see here, 3 goals in 8 games, he's a goal machine. He can score goals, he can also set them up. He's got man of the match. He's got very good rating there. Look at that, 8.08. It's just good. It's just so good. I'm really, really enjoying this save because of the quality of players we've got coming through. And if I go to the academy team, I think he's here. Where is he? Hang on, I'll find him. There he is, Paul Miller. He's the other emerging star. Again, he's got good stats. He does come off the bench and play left wing when I'm playing cup matches, but he's predominantly a striker. Again, he's got good pace. His finishing isn't as good. He's more of a set him up than knock him away kind of striker, but we could improve on that actually. I'll have a look at his training in a second. But he's another good one to look out for. And he hasn't scored for me in the league yet or in the cups. Signed him for £46,500. That's really expensive. I signed him at the end of last season. That's why he didn't appear on the transfer list. But he is another one to look out for sure. And I'm going to be keeping a close eye on his development. There must be a way. Attacking move. Oh, shooting. There we go. Pressing forward. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I would rather he was pressing forward set to attack though. And he's on double already. But yeah, pre-season he also scored some goals. In fact, can I see that? Non-competitive. Yeah, he scored 5 goals in 14 games during pre-season and the friendlies that I've played since the season began. So I'm really, really happy. And he's got 2 assists in the FA Trophy in 3 appearances. Not bad. Not bad. I'll show you the schedule really quickly just so you can see how we've started. The only matches we've actually lost are the cup games. League matches. We've drawn 3, 4, 5. 5, yeah. But we've won all the rest. End of last season, because I know I said at the end of last episode I was going to experiment with youth. We lost in the FA Vars quarter-final, unfortunately, against Padham. But all the other matches we won, including, 6-1 here. In fact, was that the one that I think that was the one that I showed on camera. Thinking about it. When did I stop last time out? Was it that one? No. I can tell when it is because the team will suddenly change to youth players. Let's be down here somewhere. Somewhere. Was it down here? Might be down here. Oh yeah, we also won the Spartan South Midlands League Challenge Trophy. So that was a good game. That was a very good game. Nice 2-1 win. We were 2-1 up and they scored near the end. Here we go. So this is where Wilson scored. Fitzhugh scored a couple there. Who else? Smith was in the team. Roberts was in the team. This was an Ekpion started getting a run out. Curtis as well. And then down here, Fitzy with a hat-trick, Wilson with another one, Smith and Vincent getting on the score sheet, and then Wilson... this was Wilson's hat-trick against Oxyjets. And then Fitzy also scoring, Carter also scoring. Who scored in the final here? Singare and Willock. It's good. I'm really enjoying this save. Every year, I always talk about, you know, bringing more youth players through and things like that. But this is the one where I'm really going for it. I know I have signed players this season, don't get me wrong. I've had to because the board have basically put pressure on me to keep signing players still. Plus I've needed cover in positions, that's why I've used the loan market a lot. There was a quote from former Steamage manager Dino Monria that said, I don't like loaning players in for a season, developing them just to send them back to their parent club at the end. And I kind of agree with that. I don't agree with a lot of what he says, because I never really enjoyed him being our manager, but there we go. But I kind of agree with that, except I don't care at the end of the season what happens to that player, really. Because I offered you out on loan, didn't I? What does it matter if he's just signed a deal? Oh, yeah. I think I'm going to reject this one. I tried to sign this guy, Kiprianu, when I was negotiating with Smith Brown, and I only really offered this guy a deal because I didn't think Smith Brown was going to accept. So, sorry mate. You'll be successful somewhere else though. You're 25, you've got plenty of years. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I loan players in for injury cover really at the moment. In the future I might loan players in because I can't afford to buy them outright. But right now I'm not too fussed about loaning a player in just to fill a gap in the team. At the end of the season they can go elsewhere and again hopefully be successful, you never know. Are you worth it? You've got a really good first touch and you've got alright passing for this level. Vision, work rate, all good, balance good. And I know how good you can be. I know it. I'm going to do it. He's not interested. Never mind then. End of the season. You will be mine again, Smith. But yeah, I'm having a blast. I'm having a blast this year. Some of these youth players we've got coming through are really exciting. And hopefully, you know, if you're new to football, you can kind of see what I'm trying to do here. If you're an experienced football fanatic like I am, you can also see what I'm trying to achieve here. And I know the money looks quite high, the finances looks quite high. I'm actually as surprised about that as you guys are, because when I went into the editor to set the this save up, I didn't do anything with the money. I didn't change the money at all. The only things I changed were the club colours to blue and red. I also changed the reputation of the club. I lifted it a little bit, because imagine if you've got an academy producing quality players like this, your reputation will rise slightly. And the other thing I did was increase the youth facilities. So yeah, I kind of fudged the numbers a little bit there so that we would get some better youth players coming through. And I also changed the board's mentality to focus on youth. That was the other thing I did. But I didn't change anything to do with the money. So to actually see that, you know, even now, financially, we're healthy. We built the new training facilities. They were completed last month, I think, so October time. And we're still healthy. The board won't agree to upgrading youth facilities because of budget. And I think that's because where our youth facilities are right now, it will cost like £1 million to upgrade it. So I can kind of understand that. I would like them to increase youth recruitment, though. So that might take a little bit of nagging. But yeah, we're making money still. And really it's grants that are doing it. So I don't know if that's something in the game or whether that's something that I've accidentally added or, you know, accidentally increased, but we're doing well financially. Normally I'm struggling at this point with finances, so I'm quite happy. That's another reason why I'm enjoying this save, because I'm not worried about the wage budget all the time. The board aren't the happiest with me right now. They're still not happy with my transfers. They're happy overall, but some of the transfers yeah, they're not happy with that one. I will try and see if they'll increase the youth level. Yeah. See, we're not actually that bad financially. We're not as bad as they make it sound. Okay, they're actually going to do that one. That's good. Oh, you might also notice the club badge has changed. I did do that at the end of last episode. And I made some new kits, which you may or may not have already seen. Will they let me do this? Hey! Extra coaches. I think I did upgrade the coaching team at the end of the season as well. Nice. Nice. 9! 9! How many did we have before? We got 2 new slots. Oh, perfect. Because, yeah, my coaches, even though I've sought out good coaches, they're still not the best. You look really good. Tony Elliott, what's the catch? I'm going to bring you in as a goalkeeping coach. I can't afford your wages. That's probably going to be a stumbling block, isn't it? Oh, yes. Massive stumbling block. What did I have here then? Assistant manager. Oh, yeah. So I brought in a new assistant manager, who I'll introduce you to in a second. Let's bring in another goalkeeping coach. In fact, do I need another goalkeeping coach? What's the training coaches assignments? So goalkeeping. Oh, yeah, goalkeeping is pretty bad actually. I should look at that. Alright, we'll look at bringing in a new goalkeeping coach. There's Elliot again. He's not going to be interested though. Oh, you look good. Andrew Smith. Smith or Smythe? Might be Smythe. I might have to have a little chit chat with the board about wages, because no one wants to join when I'm offering them 130 quid a week. What about you, Kevin Hurd? You're already attached. Jamie Spear. Oh, yes. Yep, 75 quid a week. That's a steal. Right, so you're coming in, I hope. And if we also look at a normal coach, you know what I mean. Oh yeah, that's not the stats that I want. I want these stats here. So we got Matt Waldron, who looks like a good prospect. We also got Andy Legg, who looks like a very good prospect. First team coach. 108. Are you taking the mickey? No. 160. 106. Can I offer you a bonus or something? Can I bribe you? Hey. Maybe he just wants stability in his life. Okay. This guy looks good as well. It's the mentality and the it's the mental and the technique that I'm looking at there. John Sutton. Those are really good stats. Oh, I can't. Right, yeah, in terms of coaching teams, my new assistant manager is Richard Adams. You see, he's got quite good stats. His coaching isn't the greatest, but I got him for these 3 stats here. The fact that he can actually judge a player is good, because he can give me accurate predictions as to what he thinks our squad is capable of. And so far, he's not wrong, because we've done all right. We've done all right since he came in. Who else did we bring in? Where's my DOF? I suppose he would come under recruitment, because I did bring in Luther Blissett as my new director of football. He's a slight upgrade on what we had, but he's good. He is good. He's got good knowledge of England and Jamaica, so you never know. If we bring in some players from Jamaica one day, he'll be handy to run the ball over them. And some other new coaches down here. Jamie De La Cruz. I think De Cruz, not De La Cruz. Where did I get that from? Some of these I think I approached in the last video. I think I did. I'm not entirely sure. Right, last thing before we actually get into matches, because I realise I've been talking for 24 minutes now and I've not really shown you much football. These are the new kits. The home kit might not look that different. It's still got the blue fading into red, but if you go back and rewatch last episode, these white stripes weren't here on the sleeves first and foremost. The back of the shirt wasn't red inside the collar there. The logo's different now, the club badge, and these stripes are different. I promise. The away kit is basically the same. I wanted to make some changes, so obviously I changed the club badge again, and I added these black fading to white things. You can't really see them in the match engine, and I might change this in future. What I could do with the sash for next season is have this go red to black, and then this one go blue to black. But like so have this go red to black going up, and then have this one be blue going down to black at the bottom. That might work. I like bringing black into it, as you can see from this kit. This one I didn't change at all. I just put the badge on and said that'll do. Right, we got Potter's Bar in the Velocity Trophy 3rd round away from home. We've got 2 away matches in a row actually. That's going to be fun. I'm hoping you get to see what the kit looks like in the game, in the match engine, because it does look nice. All 3 kits look nice. Like I said, you can't see the black fade on the away kit in the match engine because it's a bit too detailed for the match engine, but I really like it. I really like it. All 3 kits I like. I want to experiment more with kit designs in the future as well, so the home kit especially. Right now the blue fading into red I really like, and I like it being predominantly blue with a little bit of red, but a bit like with Motorsport Manager, next season I might go red fading down into blue and like just swap the colours, completely change the colours. So I like that. Motorsport Manager, I really like the new livery of the car. It's certainly bringing us good luck. You know, we're doing well in the races. Right, is it match day? Is it time? Not quite. It is coming. It is approaching. I'm looking forward to a good game here. 3rd round of the Cup. Imagine this is the 3rd round of the FA Cup. I know it isn't, but imagine it is. This is our FA Cup now. We've managed to do a League Cup double for the last 2 seasons, so it'd be nice to be able to do it again this season. Especially as this is our debut in the tournament. Hatfield have never played in the Velocity Trophy before, to my knowledge. Or its predecessors. So if we can win this, it'll be another string on our bow, be another tick on the list. We can always do the FA Trophy and FA Cup next season, but we might not get the chance again to do this if we get promoted. I think this is a 1 league thing. That's kind of the what spurs you on in the first few seasons when you're doing a save like this is you know that every competition you play in could be your only chance to win it. So like take the league out of it for a second, because obviously if you don't win the league one season you get the chance the next. But any cup competition, it's your one and only chance to win it if you're planning on getting promoted that season. So that's your motivation to actually go out and win it. He's happy. Where was he on loan last season? Sporting Calcer. 4 goals in 4 games. Not bad. 5 in 9 now. How good is he? Yeah, he might not break into the first team. I think he was a... Oh no, he's one of mine. I thought he was one I've signed from Stevenage, but I guess not. Oh, we're in the 3rd kit. Okay. Right, so Dath is still injured. Murray, could I bring Murray on the bench? I might do that actually, instead of Carlton. And I'm going to start Wilson instead of Woodson. And I'm also going to give Smith Brown his first start, so we rest Kyriakou. And anyone else? I'm tempted to start Mead in midfield instead of Willock, and then put Willock on the bench instead of Jealous. Let's try this and see how we go. It is good to rotate the team as much as possible. Oh, Ekpion was a bit knackered as well. Bennett might be coming on early then. Let's play ball. So I've been a bit lazy with tactics. I've not really tweaked tactics at all over the last few seasons. The only ones I have done is individual player roles. So when Wootton plays up front, for example, he's a target man, whereas when Wilson plays up front, he's a pressing forward. When Sangare plays up front, I think he's an advanced forward. So that keeps defences on their toes. But besides that, I've not really changed much. When we get further into the leagues, especially when we get into the Football League, our style of play might need to change slightly. I'm almost tempted to go 2 up top for the first few matches in League 2, just to see what happens. But 4-2-3-1 has always been my favourite formation in football. Just the way it works fits my preference for football teams. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I might tweak some things. I would like to play with fullbacks. Wingbacks. A bit like Wolves do, with 3 at the back and then the 2 wingbacks that fly forward. And I do have a tactic set up for that. I'll have to dig it out somewhere. I should be able to find it. But yeah, I do like that idea. So having a player like Smith-Brown in your team who can switch from a fullback to a wingback with next to no problems, that's really handy. Because if we end up having to go really defensive in a match, we can play with wingbacks then and make them sit a little bit deeper. Or if we want to go with the Wolves style and go all-out attack with the wingbacks, we can do that too. It's nice to have that versatility. Especially, yeah, again, in non-league football, having versatility is the difference between winning and losing. If you've got a left-back who can also play left wing and even up front, you can cover injuries and absences a lot easier. We're not really making many chances at the moment. No shots yet. Oh, we're on full match highlights. That'll be why. Let's do key only. Yeah, I watch matches at full length. Just keeps me busy, you know. I wasn't expecting to get into November, I must admit. It's been a while since I recorded Football Manager. So if there's anyone who wants to see the pre-season stuff, I tend to skip through it because I don't think many people want to see it. But if you do want to see it, I'll do it again next season. I'll show you guys, that's no problem. But normally I spend a lot of time outside of matches, scouting and looking for staff improvements and working on training. You know, just improving the team off the pitch, scouting players, all that good stuff. I don't really play many. Well, I do play matches, obviously, but I spend more time off the pitch than I do on it. But again, if that's what you want to see, it's not all about football, this game. A lot of strategy players like this game because of the stuff that you do off the pitch. In fact, I've seen a few people on Reddit ask if there's a Director of Football mod where you just play as a Director of Football type character and you don't manage the team at all. So in matches, they take care of themselves, which you can do. There's a thing called the instant result button, which certain skins allow you to click. And, you know, it sims the matches for you then. Or you can just holiday through it if that's your thing. Right, we're making chances now. That's good. Yeah, Ekpion's knackered. I can see him being subbed off. Was that Wooten for... Oh, Wooten for Cox. Interesting. So Wilson's playing left midfield now. I don't think he's comfortable there. But it's interesting that it took Cox off and not Wilson. Clearly, my assistant manager likes Wilson more. I don't play favourites. Some of my staff might do, but I don't play favourites. Alright, Fitzhugh on the ball. He likes to dribble a lot as well. That was a great pass. Out to Wilson. Wilson, shooting opportunity? No. Finds Carter. Vincent. Good reverse. Oh, did that hit the post? I think that hit the post. There we go. Bennett is on for Mead. Interesting. Bennett's playing midfield. I'm not sure I like that. I'm not sure if that was a good thing to do. Get that, get that, get that. Go on, go on. Is that Vincent? I think that's Vincent. They used to have squad numbers on the radar. Now they don't. I find that quite annoying. Head that way. No! Oh, you lucky bastards. Get rid of it. Okay, I'm kind of glad Wooten's up front for moments like that. He brought that down like a pro. Can anyone read the text at the bottom of the screen, by the way? I'm really struggling. The black on blue, or the blue on black, doesn't really work. Alright, Bennett to Vincent. Shooting opportunity, maybe? he had a go. 6 shots, 3 on target. We should be really doing better. They've had, what, 3 and 2? Yeah. 7 and 3 now for us. 4 and 2 for them. Possession, we're on top. I would like to see us doing more though. This is a match we should be winning. Fielding's now booked. Great. We've had a lot of yellow cards as well. I have matches where no one gets booked, and then I have matches where everyone gets booked. I don't seem to have any in between. Yeah, I think moving Wilson out wide was a mistake as well. If you're going to bring Wooten on, just do a straight swap. Because this ain't working. I mean, the team as a whole isn't really working, but I think Wilson out wide, he's on a 6.6 right now. I don't think he's getting much of the ball out there either. Just so I say that, he of course gets the ball. Come on, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Ooh, okay. He had a shot. Not bad, not bad. Win that. Thank you. That's why it's sometimes a good thing to have a header of the ball in midfield, because he grows like a salmon then. Carter does that though. He's good in the air. That's a good cross. Just needed someone gambling. Fitzhugh to Bennett. That's the second yellow. See you later. Enjoy your nice hot shower. 35 minutes early. So we've had more yellow cards, but they've now had a red. They've also had an injury. Didn't notice that. Alright, Woodson. How the hell did he get booked? What did he do? God, half my team's knackered as well. I think the long season is starting to catch up with my players. Oh, good play. Good play, Wilson. This should be a goal for Carter then. Actually, that Telford game I was telling you about, I need to check what league Telford are in. But we were winning for most of that game. We were winning 1-0. Carter scored a penalty. And then at the end, the wheels kind of came off. Oh dear, that wasn't a good penalty. We got a corner. That was awful. Probably get a replay of that in a minute. Vincent's corner. Oh, Fielding running onto it. I like those types of goals, where a centre-back just runs onto it and bullet headers it. They're always fun to watch. That was a good save, actually. It was a poor penalty, but it was a good save. Needed to be in the corner. Smith-Brown, good header. Finds Wootton. Go on, feed Wilson again. He wants to run at them. Okay, that's good play, that's good play. Oh, don't go backwards again. I mean, he's got a good eye, Ekpion, but even so, you don't have to always go back to him. That was a nice pass. Get it in the middle. Cross it. That's it. Oh. We're really having a go at them. Just need a bit more luck. This is why, you know, having flying wing backs, they'll be in that position a lot to cross it in. Fullbacks still do it because I'm telling them to, but yeah, just wing backs it'll be good. Willock on for Fitzhugh. What the hell's happened to my midfield now? So Wilson's now on the right, Vincent's on the left, Willock's alongside Bennett. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Wilson's better on the right. Vincent can play on the left. That looked like a good save. 24 shots, 12 on target we've had. Hey! Wootton! That lagged a bit on my screen. Did it on yours? Good finish. He kicked it off the keeper, but good finish. Yeah, this game's as good as one now. I can't see them coming back into it with only 10. Doesn't mean we stop though. We keep going. Another good pass by Ekpyong. We move it around so well. I shouldn't be in love this much with my own play, but I really am. It's just nice to watch. This is how I like football to be played. See Bennett as well. As soon as he gets the ball, he's shielding it from the defender. It's good. Oh, ha 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 ha. 7th goal of the season for Archie Wilson. That's what he does. Vintage Hatfield Town, it said at the bottom there. I mean, the club is old. I'll give you that, 1800s, but I wouldn't call us vintage just yet. Look at that. Boom. Great stuff. Is he patting his head and rubbing his stomach? What a celebration as well. It's not the kind of thing I would do. I'd go for the triple cartwheel somersault pike myself, but there we go. I didn't score many goals when I used to play, so it was a rarity. Vincent with the ball. That's a great ball. Good header as well, just over the top. I think that was Wootton again. 33 shots, 18 on target, and we've only scored twice. Unbelievable. Alright, for some reason we've gone defensive. The match plans, they should add a couple more variables in. So like if you're 2-0 up in the 85th minute and the opposition's down to 10 men, you don't have to go defensive, just stay offensive. You know, if anything, be more offensive. Try and score more. Yeah, Ekpyong's going to be rested next game. Wilson, I love you. You are my favourite youth product. That sounds weird when you say it like that, but you know what I mean. Youth Academy graduate. I'll give him all the praise he wants, and more. Some of these players like Fitzhugh, Wootton, Vincent, Carter, Ekpyong, Wilson, Miller, we can probably get up as high as the Football League with them in our squad. I know we can at least make it to the National League. I reckon we could go one further. You look at some of the teams that have been linked with my players. They can go all the way if they want to. Why are you trying to sign Montero? I don't know, but I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to try and stop that from happening. And optional contract extension and contract extension after promotion. There we go. I think I might loan him out for the rest of the season. The squad's in a good enough position now where I feel like I can loan some of these prospects out and not have to worry about being short. Who do we get in the cup draw then? Let's have a look. Any second now. Folkestone or Hornchurch. Okay. Cipriano leads the way for under 23s. We won 2-0 against London Cranes. So his trial's going to be over soon. He'll be leaving, sadly. Smith Brown played in that game. No wonder he's knackered. Oh yeah, who scored? Does it tell me that? Yes. So Cipriano scored and Smith Brown scored. Well, there you go. Why are two left backs scoring the goals in the game? That's the question I'm asking. Unless they're on free kick duty or something. Speaking of which, I should probably check my set pieces. I did redo it at the start of the season, but I've signed a few new players since then. So for example... we've also had some players leave since then as well, of course. So see here now, it actually puts Cox on free kicks from the left-hand side. Didn't used to do that. So his free kick stat must have improved. There we go. And then quickly check penalties. Yeah, I figured we'd need them here as well. Miller, Carter, Wootton in that order. I think that's fine. I'll put Jealous and Fitzhugh and Vincent underneath that as well. And for captains, not Hancock's. I think happy with that. Fitzhugh's now the captain. Kiriaku's the vice captain. Bennett, Fielding, Carter, stand-in captains. So we're a bit like Arsenal. We got the 5 captains. Although I think it's now the 4 captains after what happened to Granit Xhaka. Who is the Arsenal captain now? Is it still Aubameyang, or have they changed it? They have a captain, like a club captain, but then they have 4 other players who like rotate as captain. It's I don't really know what they're doing. Right, yeah, just checking the coaching numbers. Good stuff. So Leg has joined. And Spear has joined. Good stuff. So we'll get that updated. It would be nice to max out one of these. It is quite hard to do. We're getting close with handling. One thing my keepers are alright at actually is handling. And I'm probably tempting fate by saying that. I think we're doing alright. These are things I'm going to be keeping a closer eye on now as well as we're going higher up the leagues, because mentoring groups and coaching allocations and things like that, it actually makes a massive difference. I don't do it in the first few seasons because I'm a lazy bastard and I just want to get up into the Football League as quickly as possible. But as you start to hit sort of the National League level, that's when you want to start looking at this kind of thing. Because you could end up in, say, League 1 and you could have the lowest playing budget in League 1, lowest transfer budget, lowest wage budget, no sponsorship income. It's kind of, I'm trying to think what the analogy would be. Like you get promoted too quickly, in other words. So you end up in a league that you've earned the right to play in, but you can't afford to play in. And the difference then is how do you manage your coaching? And that's why you look at teams like Burnley in the Premier League. That's why they're always competitive. They haven't got the biggest budget, but they've got a manager who knows how to get the best out of his players. That's why you, like, who would have thought that a team that has players like Ashley Barnes playing up front, and no disrespect to Ashley Barnes at all, I think he's a very, very good striker, but he's not an Aguero or a Tammy Abraham or an Aubameyang or a Lacazette or players like that. He's good, he knows where the net is, but he's not like a world-class striker, and yet at Burnley it just clicks. He plays really, really well for them because the manager knows how to get the best out of him. And that's what we need to start looking at doing, or I need to start looking at doing, is how to get the best out of my players. So I'll be looking a lot more at their stats moving forward, as well as what positions they're strongest in. I might retrain them based on their stats. So if you've got, for example, let's have a look at Montero. His tackling stat is actually good enough that he could be a defence midfielder, or maybe even a centre-back, because he's got very, very good tackling. He's not the fastest in the world, he's only got a 10, so again that to me says perhaps centre-back. He's right now, his strongest position is up front, but his finishing isn't really good enough to be a striker. He's a pressing forward, so tackling is good for that because he can close down defenders and win the ball back, and he's got good work rate. But I wouldn't be surprised if I wasn't asked to retrain him at some point, and I think I'm going to start doing it now. And I will what have we got? Defensive positioning. I think I'll do double intensity, that's fine. Discuss new trait. I think his defending again needs to improve. Who's my it's Adams, isn't it? My assistant. Defending training. Should we have him be a tough tackler? Hey, it worked. So dives into tackles. That doesn't mean he always goes to ground. It just means that he tackles more frequently, as I've read elsewhere. I think that was on Reddit as well. Actually, someone pointed that out. Dives into tackles doesn't mean 2 foot everyone. It just means that they actually commit to tackles more rather than standing off. Same with get stuck in. Right, it looks like Hancock's is left. I don't actually know how many matches he played for us. He's gone to Sudbury. How many games did you play for us? You were with us 2 years and you played 4 times. Okay, yeah. Good luck at Sudbury. Wish you the best. I have no ill feeling when players leave like that, because it's clearly obvious that he wasn't playing for us. So, he'll go and be successful elsewhere, I'm sure. Scouting meeting. I get recommended these players who really aren't that interested in joining us, so I don't really know what my scouts are doing. If I go on here, quite clearly says if they're interested in a transfer, and yet I reckon half of these players wouldn't be actually interested in talking to us at all. Josefsson here, I tried to sign him a few times because he's good cover on both wings, but work permit issues means he can't join us, which is sad because he would be awesome to have. He's, again, not the youngest, he's 31, but just for his experience and also his versatility, it'll be really, really handy to have a player like that. Same with Alfie Payne, play left back and also in midfield. I might keep an eye on you. And I saw here Daniel Udo, who I believe, yeah, Shrewsbury, I was going to say, but I wasn't sure. But he started at Stevenage, you see down here. Started at Stevenage, now he's in the Football League. There's a couple of Stevenage players who went that journey, released, told they weren't good enough, and now play in the Football League. Jirio Kinaberhi is one of them, and there's another one. If you've been watching Aston Villa lately, you might have heard of him. His name's Kiernan Davis. He was released from Stevenage 8 years ago, I think it was, when a certain Wesley was in charge, although I don't think it was his decision, to be fair. But it tends to be under him that we release these players who went on to play elsewhere and be really good. I'll give you another example in a second, but Okinaberhi, he went to Dagenham and Redbridge for a couple of years, ended up at Shrewsbury, and now he's at Doncaster. Kiernan Davis pretty much walked out of Stevenage, went straight to the Villa Academy, and now he's in their first team. So I think some mistakes were made. Another player, this was definitely the manager's doing, goalkeeper, was released, wasn't good enough. He, yesterday, when I'm recording this, won the League 2 playoff final, and will now be playing in League 1 next season. His name's Steve Arnold. I liked him. I thought he was a good goalkeeper. I like most of the goalkeepers that we bring in for a season and then leave. We have this real... because we had Chris Day as our first choice keeper at the time, and he is a club legend. Don't get me wrong, he is a club legend. But he was making a few mistakes. And, you know, I'm not saying that Arnold would have been better immediately, but I think he's one that we should have kept on. And he could have been the successor today. Instead, we then had Sam Besant, then Jesse Yorinen, then God, who else? We had about 5 other goalkeepers come and go, and then finally we signed Paul Farman, who was a really good goalkeeper, and it looks like he might be leaving at the end of this season, which is now technically, so he's probably leaving now. It's the 30th of June today when I'm recording this, so contracts are up in the Football League. There are some in the Premier League. There are some exceptions to that because the season is continuing right now. But yeah, most teams in the Football League have already announced which players are leaving and which are staying. Stevenage have announced their list. I'm not too upset with the departures. There's a couple that I would have liked to have seen stay. The ones who are staying, I'm quite happy with though. So it's the first time in a while I think we've actually got it right. I'm filling a lot of time here while we're waiting for the next game. So we've got Ashford Town away in the league. We're actually playing a league match now. What do you know? I don't think... I think oh yeah, Newcastle have announced who's staying and leaving. Because Jack Colback and Jamie Sterry have gone. And Rob Elliott's gone, which I'm sad about. Because he wasn't really near the first team, but he's a real nice guy. He's done a lot for the local area. So I'd be sad to see him go. Depending on where he ends up next, I suppose he could still live in Newcastle. I get excited about the end of the season to see who's staying and who's who's leaving and who's joining. That's the bit I get most excited about, is who's joining. But I do get sad when you see some players leave, particularly when they've been somewhere for a long time. So Ben Kennedy is leaving Steamage at the end of this season, and he's been with the club since he was 15, and he's now 23 and is leaving. I think he will be successful. I think we never found a manager to get the best out of him. Plus he had some issues with injuries. He spent some time on loan at Newport County season before, the one that's just finished, and he got injured there. He had a serious knee injury. It's never really worked out for him, but when on his day, he's a very good player. He's one of the best players in League 2 when he's on form. So I hope he does well. I really do. Whether he moves back to Ireland or whether he stays in England, I don't know. But I think there'll be a few clubs interested in signing him. We'll see what happens. There's been some other players who are leaving Steamage this year, who for various reasons has just not worked out. There's a couple I'd have quite happily driven somewhere else myself. It's just one of those things. We had a really bad season, and it looks like we're getting relegated now. So we've already made 2 signings for the new season, both non-league strikers, both very good non-league strikers, and already our fans are starting to get excited because we have a strike force that can deliver about 20 odd goals between them, which for Stevenage, for most teams that's quite low, but for Stevenage, you know, it's normally like our left back would get 7 goals and he'd be our top scorer. So to have a strike force that can deliver that many goals, it's something to kind of keep an eye on. Archie Wilson has just banged some in for the academy team. Scored a hat-trick. Scored 4 actually. Tyler Lakin grabbed one. Kelby grabbed one. Mead got booked. Luke Lane, who was the standout player in the graduates match against the under-18s, he's not actually developed that well though. Whenever you see the youth intake and they tell you who the best player is, I pretty much always ignore it because it's always going to be someone else. There'll be a hidden gem in there somewhere. You just got to try and dig them out. Right, we're going to have to rotate the squad a little bit by the looks of things. Let's put Sangare here. Start Wood and we'll put Sangare on the bench. Mead is going to swap out. Where's Jealous? There he is. Willock's going to come back in. Jealous on the bench. And then Kiriakou. Are you playing for the academy today? Oh, you're on international duty. That's where you were. Lewis. Put Lewis on the bench. And Mike Pyong's actually okay. Okay, I think we're good to go then. Excuse me. There's no one else. Maybe Miller. Bring Miller in from Murray. I think we might do that. Also, yeah, let's set you up for your actual position, shall we? That might explain why he was getting forward quite a lot. I mean, you can do it. You can see there it wasn't completely green, but it was slightly green. So we can play that role. Alright, let's play some football. We're in the 3rd kit again. There was me complaining first couple of seasons that I hardly ever saw it. And now I see it pretty much all the time. I'm not complaining, I like it. You know, I think out of all the kits I've made, that one's my favourite because of just the way it worked out. Miller's already on for Cox, look at that. 15 minutes gone. That was awesome defending, guys. Offside or not, should never have let that first header come in. Oh yeah, if you see there, I've changed the goalkeeper kits as well. So orange and black is the home goalkeeper kit, and then this weird sludge green with black as well, I think it is the away kit. I don't really like the variations of kits in the game. I wish I could make my own goalkeeper kits. Oh, that was a good header. Ekpion, there we go. I nearly dropped you. I wish I could make variants of goalkeeper kits and then put them in the game. Maybe that's something they'll add in the future. Maybe it's something that is in there now and we just don't know how to find it. But yeah, some of the keeper kits are a little bit I mean, the kit options in the game are a bit meh, which is why having the 3D kit option is really, really good. But because the goalkeeper kit has to be one of the in-game kits, it just meh is the best way to sum it up. Just meh. Oh, should have won that. Good block, Vincent. Wootton to Carter, who's playing right wing for some reason. Penalty. Was that a foul? I didn't think he touched him. Well, there you go. And Miller, who's come off the bench with a chance to make it 2-0. There we go. Looks like Carter's been sacked from penalty duty. Is that Miller's first goal? It is. First competitive goal for us. Fair dues, fair dues. Right, any more subs? Not yet. The condition is going down. Maybe my fitness coaching needs to be tweaked slightly. I would like us to go full time as soon as possible so that we have proper training programs, because right now we train like 1 day a week, and that's why we have a lot of injuries. And look, I mean, just look at the condition of some of those players. Fitzhugh 75, Wotton 77, although he's now gone off. 74 for Ekpyong, 76 for Smith Brown. It's not great, is it? 76 for Carter. It's not great. Wow, look at the shots. 23, 24 and 10. We've also now made all 3 subs with 24 minutes to go. Come on, let's get some goals in this half too. Come on, Carter. Nice ball out to Sangare. Is it back to Miller? Is he going to cross it? No, he's going to go to Smith Brown. He does cross it. That's a really nice ball. Good goal. That was a great ball over the top there. Virtually a tap-in for Fitzhugh. Still had to volley it though. I think I need to trust my players' decision-making more. Oh, he's miles onside. Look at that. All the keeper could do is drop to his knees. We are dominating. 63% possession. So I'm watching Man City. Sangare onside there. He is. He's not. Lino with a very late flag. Our goal difference is plus 24. We've only played 15 games. We've scored 34 goals in 15 games. Try to work out what the average is. Calculator. 34. No, 35. 34 divided by 15. 2.266666 recurring goals per game. Not bad. Well, our ticket sales are so high. 2 away fans. How far is Ashford? Is that... Oh, Ashford Middlesex. So where's that? Middlesex is... Is it south of London? Hang on. Google is my friend. Oh, Fitzhugh. Good chance. Middlesex is... It used to be a county, it's not a county anymore. South East England, yeah. So there's an Ashford in Kent, which is where Ashford International Station is. That's where most people think of when they hear the word Ashford. This is still a long way to go though. All the way around London. We rented a coach for this. Either that, or you know, all of our players plus the kit man and the kit bag and everything getting on the train. Oh, we're such a good team. I love this team. Sure, we're spending about 20 times more than any other team in the league, but we can afford to, and that's why I'm doing it. Otherwise, I wouldn't. That's why we've got players like Carter playing for us. Because in reality, he's way too good for a team like us. But here he is. That reminds me, is he staying at Stevenage? Let me get the list. News. Obtained and release list. Oh, the website loads slow. There we go. Right. Is he? He's not leaving. So yeah, he's staying. The ones that are staying: Charlie Carter, Scott Cuthbert, Jamie Fielding. Interesting. I think he signed a 2-year deal though. I think that's why. Mind you, I mean he was out on loan last season, but he looked good in pre-season, and he was played a lot out of position during the season. So I reckon the season in non-league, if we do get relegated, I think that might be good for him. Arthur Ironton, who I really like, some fans don't. Elliot List, Terence Van Kooten, Luther James Wildin, and then Louis Fernandez, Jack Smith, and Liam Smith, who are all academy graduates. Stevenage have a really good reputation for that, though. They bring through sort of 2 or 3 youth players a year. Many teams can't boast that record. It's definitely something to be proud of. Even teams like Southampton now, they're known for their academy. They don't bring through that many youth players in a season. So, you know, this season it's the 2 Smiths and Fernandez. Last season it was Ironton, as well as McKee and who else? There was someone else. I think it was Smith again, actually. Liam Smith, striker. Is it Smith or is it Smythe? I actually don't know. I've heard both. Right, we have got Merstham at home. Looking forward to this one. Oh yeah, Alex Samuel, another ex-Stevenage player who was released because he was told he wasn't good enough. Do you know where he went? League One with Wickham. Let's have a look at who plays for Stevenage on here now. Bearing in mind, we're only 4 years in the future at this point, so some of the first teams should still be kind of sniffing around. There's Wildin and there's Ironton. Wonder if we could loan him. That'd be awesome. Don't know where he'd play though, because we've got good midfield. Under 18s. Shouldn't be anyone here that I recognise 4 years from now. Wow. You got a Brazilian in your youth team? How did that happen? I mean, I know it's good. I didn't realise it was that good to attract people from Brazil. Bloody hell. So where did all your players go? That's a good question. There's Kennedy. So he left for money. There's Kelby and Suleiman, who I know where they went because I signed them. Caddis Carroll is out on loan. Yeah, he's gone in real life. Never really saw much of him, to be honest. Andronicus Giorgio. He'd be good to have a look at for that left wing, because again, look how versatile he is. And last year, for Manager 2019, I did a save as Stevenage during the beta, and I had Giorgio on the left wing, and he was amazing. So I've never understood why he never got a game in real life. He's been released now. He's left. So I genuinely don't know what that's all about. You look amazing as well. And you came through the Stevenage youth system. Keep an eye on you. Mensah, I know about him because I signed him and then he left. Sanupe, I played against Sanupe in pre-season. Yeah, he's now at Salford. Smith is... oh, they sold him. That's good. Rollinson... There's our Smith that we signed. I'm to Rollinson because he's quite versatile. I've got to stop constantly looking at the Stevenage team. Van Kooten, where are you now? Stockport. I think Van Kooten is the best defender Stevenage have. Some people say it's Cuthbert. I personally think it's Van Kooten. If he stays after next season, I'll be really happy. Let's see how good this Cavier is. He started at East Thurrock, so they actually poached him. He's not scored yet. He's not got good finishing. In fact, he's not got good stats at all. Well, let's find out how good he is. Whilst getting ready for the Merstham game. But yeah, do let me know down in the comments. Do you want to see more football in this series, or do you want to see more of the off-pitch stuff, or do you want there to be sort of a mix of both, or do you want it to be like one series of just matches and one series of off-the-pitch stuff, so then you can pick and choose which one you want to watch? I'm happy to do any variation of any of those, because I'm more interested in this stuff right now. I like watching the matches, don't get me wrong, but as you can see, I don't do any tactic stuff during those matches. I kind of let them play themselves. I like doing sort of the off-field stuff, building the team, building the club even, because some of the stuff I do is sort of helping the club 5-6 years down the line. Let's end yours. I am not ending your defensive positioning training because I want you to become... Hey, look, we're already starting to get it. I think you could be a good centre-back. Transfers, that must be the Montero. Cavier on trial. Yeah, he's not great, is he? I got excited because he was Brazilian. Oh, hang on. Let me check something here. I want him to be able to play yeah, reserves. Oh yeah, there you go. Can play for our reserves. Alright, that's fine. So all of these I'm going to accept. See who he picks. Right, Pierce Penn's new deal. Hello. So you're now able... Oh, don't tell me you signed another... Yeah, you did, didn't you? Yeah, you're on non-contract. Never mind. Can't loan you out then. You, sir, are going nowhere. Don't even think about leaving. Right. Yes. On to the next match. So I think I'm going to rest Ekpyong for this league Mitch? No, this league match. And play... maybe Bennett? Probably Bennett. I might just do a simple swap. And then I'll have a look at up front. Because I really want Wilson to continue developing. It's a shame that Fitzhugh and Wilson both play in the same position, otherwise I'd play them both. one on one side, one on the other. So even though it says Fitzhugh can play on the left-hand side, and it does with Wilson, in fact, I know for a fact that they both struggle out on that left-hand side. So even though Wilson can cut inside onto his stronger right foot, it's not really his natural thing to do. And Fitzhugh's left-footed, so it's better for him to play out on the right. Because they still, to be fair, Fitzhugh and Cox, they still deliver some wicked balls from the wing, even when they cut back inside onto their stronger foot. And the good thing about that then is if you're right foot and you're playing on the left hand side, you can't cross with your left foot unless you can also play with your left foot, which some players can, not always. But if you cut back onto your right foot and cross it in, your cross is actually swinging towards the goal, so it makes it a lot easier to do flick-on headers and things like that. Whereas when you're crossing away from the goal, 9 times out of 10 it goes out for a throw-in. Go on, game. Let's get into the match. Sounds weird saying this, but I think we'll only be doing 3 matches in this video. There's been a lot of off-the-pitch stuff. A lot of off-the-pitch stuff. What about you? You look quite good. Look at those. What are you? You're a left wing. Bring you in on trial. Rutherford Wilton, he's another one from the graduates match that was tipped to be big. Not really happened for him. Not really. Please stop offering contracts to one of my best players. I reject them, that's the worst thing, because he's technically a non-contract player at the moment. So anyone can come in and sign him. That's why I want to lock him down onto a wage, because then he's mine for at least the next 2 years. So you do look quite good. I think. Give this a pop, you know. This is what I'm doing now. I'm kind of just picking out the best and brightest from around the leagues. I'm not putting you on. No. 150. 150. 150, and I'll give you £1,000 for signing. 150. There we go. Thought his agent's fax machine was broken there, printing out the wrong number. Yes, you would have been so good. So good. There's a Kinaberhi. It's worth £1.3 million. Yeah, he's signing for us then. Not this season. Maybe next. Definitely not this season. Right. What did I say I was going to do? Bennett in for Ekpion. You're going to be a no-nonsense set-to stopper. You can just see him carving through people like a knife. Wilson for Sangare, and I might start Miller for Cox as an inside forward set to attack, so you should come in and shoot a little bit more. Everyone else, yeah, I think everyone else I'm happy with. Jealous on the bench, Lewis on the bench. Oh, yeah, Lewis on the bench. I'll bring Miller back in at some point. Let's go. Having Ekpion on the bench is going to be really strong. I do kind of forget about the bench sometimes. I worry about having a good starting 11 and then I kind of bodge the bench. Whereas now, I think I'm pretty strong all over the place. This is the new home kit. As you can see again, it doesn't quite match up with how the kit looks in the 2D. I haven't got the white stripes on the shoulders, for example. The away kit, the 3D version at least, has red sleeves on one side and blue on the other, which looks a bit clowny when you see it in the game. And I haven't got that on the 2D image either, because I made one and then made the other, and they never really match. The templates aren't the same. I need to find matching templates so I can do it properly. But yeah, I like adding those little quirks. It looks alright. I might do black sleeves for the next variation of the away kit though. We'll see. I do like this home kit though. It's a bit like PSG, but not as dark blue. You can see the red under the arms as well, which kind of shows on the 2D kit, but not that well. Willock with the shots. Ooh, just wide. Unlucky. I've had 6 shots already. I've only been playing 11 minutes. Only 1 on target though. So our hit rate isn't very good. Well, we made it 15 minutes without a sub being made. Would you look at that? Incredible. That, can you imagine that in real life? Like the crowd just do an ironic cheer after 15 minutes when the substitute hasn't come on. That'd be quite funny. Just checking something on my laptop while the game is playing, so my back is turned right now. Okay, what's happening? Wootton, oof. Unlucky. They got a Paxman in goal. Jeremy Paxman, is it? Look at that, Carter and Wootton both charging that down then. I think Carter should have hit it, he might have scored. We have a very tired looking team. We do ask them to play a high tempo as well, that does contribute to the fatigue. Oh, good goal. Wootton again. He's been immense since he joined. He's been incredible. Even though he didn't play the end of last season because Wilson was up front, he's still been really, really good. This pass from Vincent, every season I think, surely he can't do it again. I think he got like 38 assists last season. It's just incredible. Such a good playmaker. Great looping header as well. 11 shots, 3 on target. 1-0 up. Possession-wise, we are all over him like a rash. It's been a good game. Good game so far. Let's keep it going. Oh, their striker's knackered as well, Sabanda. 53%, I think it said. Carter on the free kick. Oof! I don't know if Fitzhugh meant that. But it's come off him and gone in. Huh. Maybe he did. Maybe he did mean it. What do you know? Fielding off, Ekpyong on. That could be our centre-back pairing from now on. Ekpyong and Bennett. Maybe put Fielding on the bench. Are they going to reply? Kedwell back to Kearney. Plays it forward. Oh, Coombs not getting out to his man quick enough there. Smith-Brown kind of bailing him out a little bit. Vincent back to Ekpyong. Ball forward. Good touchdown by Wootton to Carter, who is flying forward. Look at the speed. A bit of a tame shot at the end. I think he ran out of steam. Good play, Miller. Miller's done well today, actually. 6.7, so he's not the highest rated, but he looks pretty comfortable. It's just nice, you know, both players in that position, Cox and Miller, both academy graduates. Here he is again. Plays it safely back to Smith-Brown. Cross comes in. Great goal. There's the assist for Miller. Brilliant play. That's how you do that. Look at that. Good positioning to get out wide. Cuts onto his right foot. Whips it in, just as I said. Swing it in towards the goal. Just needs a flick. Finds the back of the net. Wilson now on for Wootton. Miller's moved up front. That's how good he is. The assistant wants to keep him out there. Jealous now on for Willock. Carter moving back into central midfield. Come on, let's try and get another goal. Miller's up front now. See what he can do. Wilson out there as well. So it's another academy graduate out on the pitch. Andre Jr. plays it short to Ekpyong, who's got excellent vision if he wants to lob it forward. He does. Look at that. Straight onto Wilson. He telegraphed it to him, as the commentators say. It's a second yellow for that guy. That's great play from Wilson. He tempted him in, nicked it away at the last second. Oh, it's so much fun to watch this. Again, if you're not a football fan, you might not quite understand why I'm getting excited about this. But if you are a football fan, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just so satisfying to see this in the game now. And the match engine this year has had a lot of stick, but things like that wouldn't have happened in last year's game. They've improved it massively for this year. Go on, tempt him in again. We're 3-0 up. We don't really need to be sitting back at this point. And again, they're down to 10 men. Vincent to Bennett. Back to Vincent. He's lofted it forward to Wilson. We're playing a defensive formation, but we're still attacking. I love it. I love it. It's just brilliant. Look at that. What a goal. First time pass out wide. Wilson immediately gives it back to him. One touch there. Bang. Goal. What a strike. We're not dominating the league right now, but I reckon we're a couple of matches away from doing so. Alright, I was going to end the episode here. I think I'm going to play one more game against Walton and Hersham, because that was a really fun game. That was a really fun game. Fitzhugh was one man of the match. I suppose he scored twice. Personally, I'd have given it to Miller. I think he was the best player. What was the ratings in the end? So Miller got a 7.3. Carter got 7.7. Wilson only got a 6.8 despite his assist. Wootton 7.0. Fitzhugh got a 9.2. I think that's a bit inflated. Vincent got an 8.8. I think Fitzhugh should have got an 8.8 as well. I think to get a 9 and above, I think you need to have scored a hat-trick. Mind you, did Fitzhugh get an assist in that game? Maybe he got an assist. No, he didn't, did he? Because Vincent was assisted by Wilson and Wootton was assisted by Vincent. So, yeah, he didn't get the assist. I don't know then. I do not know. Right. We need to get Miller to sign that new contract. I don't like the fact that he's leaning towards the exit door right now. Who's this? Lee. Carl Lee. How old are you? 18. Can I loan you out? I think I'm gonna. Go on, game. Let's get into this one more game. It's so much fun watching this team play. It's one of the reasons why I play longer than I should off camera, because I just enjoy watching the matches so much. It's just brilliant. If anyone wants to use the tactic that I use, I'll try and upload it to the Steam Workshop. It's my own creation. You know, I've downloaded views and stuff from Steam, but not when I say views, but I mean like scouting view and squad view, not YouTube views. But yeah, the tactic's all mine. It's one that I've used for the last 3 or 4 managers. So if you want to take a look at it, comment down below and I'll upload it to the workshop. It's done me a lot of good. It's got my Hatfield team to the Premier League 3 years in a row now. And kept them there too. Oh, Carl de Garis. I remember you. If I remember correctly, you left of your own accord. Like, I didn't release you or anything. We were partway through the season and you left. I don't know if it'll be a good reunion or not. We'll see. Depends how many we score against him, I suppose. Murray. No, I'd quite like to keep you as well. Let's do the option. 1 year one. I won't do the promotion one. Quid. Take it or leave it. There we go. Right, pre-match advice. This is something that I'll be paying closer attention to in the future as well, because this is what my... Is it my... No, it's the coach who's telling me this. How am I meant to develop a partnership between the right back and the right midfielder as a pre-match tactical advice thing? Like, playing them is how you do that. And I do that. Coombs is playing right back and Fitzy's playing right midfield, so they should be building up a good partnership right now. Burns scored 8 goals in 19 games now. It lists him as an attacking midfielder, but I mean that's basically his best position. But striker is the only place where he's green. I find that quite interesting. He was playing out on the right in that match. No goals though. Right, match day. Last match of the video. You watch now as we lose. One of the cup games. I'm trying to remember who it was against. Let me find that quickly. It was this one, Marlow game. We were 2-0 up. Look, Woodson and Ekpion both scored. We were 2-0 up and then we threw it away. I was quite annoyed by that one. The other one here, 2-1 here. Yeah, we were 1-0 up for 15 minutes and then 23rd minute and 74th minute we threw it away. Well, we didn't throw it away. Telford are a much better team than us. They are in National League North. So the fact that we did lead them, and we led them for a long time, it's not the worst thing. I was quite proud. In fact, I think I just saw Luis Fernandez in their team. He might be a good one to bring in, if I can. Play centre-back alongside Ekpion. Might look into that. He's 18, I believe, in real life. Fernandez. So he's got the whole world ahead of him still. Alright, Richmond joining for 10 grand with another 6 grand paid in the future. So per league appearance, 325 quid. If he makes an international appearance, what nationality are you? Oh, he is English. This is where you find out he's got a granddad from Gibraltar or something and he suddenly gets selected. And a 15% percentage of profit. All of these... Wow, you are a popular man. Wait, did I sign you? No, you're mine. I developed you. You scored, what, 3 goals in 15 games? That's not bad for a left winger. Goal every 5 games. Cameron Walker, by the way, is still playing for us. He's still in our under 20. Do you know what? I might move you back to the senior squad just so I don't forget you exist. I think you're on non-contract. Let's see if I can put you, on a really cheap wage, and then like loan you out maybe. Bennett, his stats are starting to decrease now, but he's still a good player. Montero, stats are increasing. Still being trained as a central defender. Starting to pick it up. I'm hoping, because I've set that now, that if he does get called up to the academy squad or the under-18 squad, that he plays in that position too. There we go. Make him available for the... Right. Let's get you done there, and then immediately offer out on loan. Good stuff. Right, yes, last game. Let's get into the match now. I'll do all the other admin stuff afterwards. There are a lot of matches that the game has to simulate. In fact, there's more, because I haven't unsubbed from leagues for the last 2 seasons now, I don't think. So I'm going to have to remember to do that. In fact, I'll try and set that up now, before I forget. And then the game might run a little bit faster. So there's lots more players being introduced, which is another reason why the game slows down. Because it's now got... It probably has like 30-odd thousand players. We'll have to see. Man, there's a lot of matches. The English football pyramid is massive. There's only one league at the top, but when you get down to level 6, there's hundreds of leagues. Hundreds and hundreds. Yeah, this looks good. End of the season. This is Bury, by the way. Former League 1 Bury. They're now in the Northern Counties East League Division 1. I doubt they've kept any of their original team. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. This Sal guy. I might scout their entire team, actually. This is a really interesting... Some people might be playing as Bury on Football Manager for the challenge of getting them back into the Football League. I know I used to play as Portsmouth when they were in their troubles. Who have you got? Mark Davis. Now, I'm pretty sure... Oh no, that's not who I was thinking of. Actually, I think the Mark Davis I was thinking of retired like several years ago now. Anyone else? It'd be cool if they did keep their squad. I think most of their players have since left. So they didn't start the season, did they? So they probably all left before that even. Right, let's put you back on the bench. Ekpyong for Bennett. Actually, no, Ekpyong. Let's put Fielding on the bench as well. And put Bennett alongside Ekpyong. Let's test this partnership, shall we? I also want to put Wilson out at right midfield and give Fitzhugh a bit of a rest. Everyone else I'm pretty much happy with. I don't think... Lawson Dath is nearly back. I don't give him the credit he deserves. He's been a really good player for us. I've always just dropped him because he doesn't... Like, there's always someone else who I'd rather play in those positions. But he scored 11 goals in... sorry, he scored 7 goals in 11 appearances for us this season. So he is very, very good. If you're watching Lawson, you're a very good player. Right. Are we in... Oh, we're in the third kit again. I really wanted to show you guys what the away kit looks like. I'll have to wait till next time. Throw in Smith-Brown to Coombs, back to Smith-Brown, back to Coombs. Crosses it in. Wootton's header over the top. Not the best header in the world, that. Should have kept it down. That's why they always say head it down. Because you can go under the keeper when you head it down, and also it stops it going over the bar, unless you get a really unlucky bounce. Bennett forward. Not quite enough on that. Wilson with a good pick-up, though. Wilson with a great 1-2 with Wootton there. Is he going to shoot? Forced wide. Cuts it back. Wootton. Oh, good save. Really good save. Who's their goalkeeper? Great play from Wilson there, though. Look at that. I wish I could do that on FIFA. Oh, it's DeGaris, isn't it? Of course it is. I should know how good a goalkeeper he is. He was mine for 2 years. How many matches are there? 38. So we're almost halfway through the season. We're top of the table. Nice, nice, nice. We're also almost in December. I'm looking forward to having transfer windows. There are no transfer windows in non-league football. You can sign players whenever. And I think that's why I used to go a bit mental with signing players. Because once you get into the Football League and beyond, the transfer windows really do make you a bit more disciplined. Whereas when you're in non-league, it's just every week I'm going to sign a new player. Oh, wow. Thank you, linesman. Andre Jr., you're supposed to be showing why you're a better goalkeeper than DeGaris. He's made save of the season and you've made blunder of the season. Not good. Wow, Chipstead, look at their record. They've won once, drawn twice, lost 14 times. They've conceded 42 goals. They're only on 7. Oh, they're winning actually. They just scored. It's got up to 2 winnings. That's as it stands. They haven't actually won that game yet, of course. They might still get their asses handed to them. Who knows? Half time 0-0. This isn't good. Where are my opposition? They are 10th. We should be doing better than this. I'm looking at the condition again. We've got some tired players. Look at Carter, 68. Vincent, 70. Here is Vincent. Finds Carter. Oh, well, there you go. He's absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with him at all. He seems very energetic now. What a finish. Great play, Vincent. He teleported onto the ball there. Do you see that? Right at the top right corner there. Beautiful. What was I talking about? I clearly don't know anything. Although I would quite like to see some subs soon. Alright, Vincent, we're at the corner. Who's out on the edge of the box? That would be a good one to... Oh, he was being marked. That was Carter. But if there's a player you want on the edge of the box to hit it, it's definitely Charlie Carter. Oh, the guy only came over once the kick was taken. Gotcha. So we could have played it short there to Carter and had a go at goal. Kiriakou on for Coombs. Smith-Brown's now playing right back. Jellis on for Willock. I'm okay with both those changes so far. Oh, good play, Carter. Great play, Carter. Unlucky. Alright. We're making DeGaris look like a fool. He picked the wrong team. Was it Ekpion with the ball forward? Oh no, it's Kiriakou. Look at this first touch. Brilliant. Second touch as well to get it out from under his feet again. Really good. Fitzhugh on now for Wilson. It's a shame about Wilson, only a 6.7. I thought he played alright. I'd have brought... Who would I have brought on? I'd have brought on Cox for Carter and moved Miller inside. Because he can play as a cam. Oh, we're playing a bit dangerously here. Stop passing it back between the goalposts. Oh, you always do it one side or the other. Never straight at the goal. Great play, Wootton. Good overlap by Kiriakou. Again, actually a good run there, even though he wasn't used. Someone please tackle him. Ah, dearie me. Charlie Allen. We had about 3 opportunities to win the ball back there and we just didn't take them. Like this. Why was there no one on Connolly there? And why was there no one marking in the middle? Bennett, I'm looking at you. Actually, Bennett's gone off, hasn't he? Oh no, Bennett is still out there. Yeah, Bennett, I'm looking at you. Why weren't you marking? So now we've gone uber attacking because we've got to try and get back in the lead now. So who's up front? Wootton, Miller and Fitzhugh. That's a good trio to have. Vincent, Jellis, Carter and Brown across the midfield. And then Kiriakou, Bennett and Ekpion in defence. Fitzhugh on the ball, finds Carter. Why did you just give it straight back to him? Makes no sense. Jealous to Smith-Brown. Carter, good ball. Miller through. Is he going to shoot? Yes! Get in. Paul Miller. You have to stay. Please sign a new contract. Why are they all doing the robot behind it? That's just so weird. Some of the animations in this game are awesome, and some of them are just head-scratching. Look at this takedown. On the chest, waits for the defender to overcommit, and then just dinks it in the corner. Good stuff. Great finish. We are now 6 points clear at the top of the table. Right, let's see this out. Defend properly. Mark your man. Don't be an idiot. We'll see this one out. Like that. Perfect. Good recovery, considering that equaliser was shocking to concede. Right. End of the episode, guys. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series. Drop some comments down below. Let me know about tactics and things like that. Also let me know about my tactics if you want to see them on the Steam Workshop or not. I might do it anyway. We'll see. I've never uploaded anything to the Workshop, I don't think. So I'll have to find out how to do it. That's the other thing. Besides that, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you guys for your continued support. I'm going to pause the music right here. The music for the outro should be playing right about now as well. Before I complete the outro, I was going to do something, wasn't I? Yes, I was. I was going to remove that and that. Because look at the game speed. It's not great. It's not great. I also might, maybe not. I was going to take out some of these, but I might not. I might set up scouting in some of these, actually, because you never know. Might be good. But yeah, thanks, guys. Thank you guys for watching. And until next time, I will see you soon.